Frischler.
And I'm Sarah Frankenthaler.
And welcome to 5 Minutes. Today we'll be discussing the important topic of the Vikings' raid on England.
Yes, I would concur, Jennifer. This is a very violent yet essential topic for us to discuss today.
It all started when the Vikings launched an early attack on the monastery of Lindisfarne in England. It's off the east coast.
The monastery was burned to the ground, while monks were either killed or enslaved.
Join us as we talk about the lives of the innocent people of Lindisfarne, England.
And how the invasion of the Vikings affected their lives.
Throwback to 793 AD.
Becca's down at the scene with some of the survivors of the first Viking raid.
How's it looking down there, Becca?
Thanks, Jen and Sarah. It's looking like a bloody good time down here. That is, for the Vikings. I'm here with one of the courageous survivors of the Viking raid, Gwenda Hughes. Thank you so much, Becca, for having me. It means a lot. Yes, of course, of course. What was your initial reaction to the Viking raid? My dear Gwenda, what's the matter? I apologize, I truly do. But when the Vikings came to Lindisfarne, everything changed for us. For me, my children, and the lives of whoever was to come. The Vikings obviously had no civilization. I mean, they were barbarians. They raided, they looted our town in such a hard way that I will never forget. I mean, I've never seen anything like this happen before. The Vikings, if I could describe them in 2 words, it would be brutal and bloodthirsty. Because that's what they were. They have no morals, and they do not respect us on the slightest. For that, I do not respect them either. Wow. One of the initial things the Vikings did was raided our near defenseless and wealthy places, such as abbeys, nunneries, churches, and cathedrals. I mean, they went into our monasteries and took all the gold and silver and everything that would be of use to us. Well, that sounds like it really upsetted you. If you know how I feel, why would you say that? Like, you put me in such an uncomfortable position, like you know I'm not happy. Back to you, Jen, Sarah.
Thanks, Becca, for that powerful introduction of this topic.
Now we have some real footage of the Viking raid.
Wow, that is truly terrible footage.
Yes, but now I'm getting word from Georgina, our other reporter. Let's see what she's up to. Hello?
Thank you, Jen and Sarah. I'm here with 3 more survivors of the Viking raid. Octavia and her 2 children, Greta and Louisa. They escaped Britain just in time and fled to the States. That's true, and that's all true. And my 2 daughters will tell you all about it. Okay. How did the Viking attack impact you and the British population?
The British lost almost everything. The Vikings burned buildings, they stole treasures, they killed monks. It was terrifying. Some Christian leaders said that the Vikings were sent by God to punish the British people for their wrongdoings. I'm lucky I escaped in time. I can't even imagine what happened to the people that didn't get the lucky chance like me to come to the States.
That is truly awful. Do you know why the British people were at such a disadvantage in this battle? The people of Lindisfarne were not prepared for an attack like this. They didn't have the proper equipment to fight back against the Vikings, and they were not as bloodthirsty and harsh as they were. Because of this, we lost thousands of our people. I'm so sorry and glad that you're still alive and here with us today. We're going to return back to the network with our other 2 reporters.
Wow, quite the story you got over there, Georgina.
Yes, I agree. I believe that's all the time we have for this week's segment of 5 Minutes.
Join us next week for another exclusive segment with the Vikings themselves that committed these terrible acts. Thanks for watching!
Well,
of the initial things that the Vikings raided was us. And we were near that I will never forget.
The dog.
Oh yeah.
And welcome to this exclusive.
Go.
Thank you, Jen and Sarah.